It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos under the lights on Monday night.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game, right? Any edge that you could create. But now, well, now it's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Burrow's first play going to the air. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. This is ahead for about 5. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. We got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. A quick slant. Here's Gesicki. And this one doesn't go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
Finds Mims. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Complete to Mims. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Nix. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay on schedule kind of plays. But I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's going to push one deep down the right. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Short side option here. He's running left. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
They'll send him over right. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
From the 16. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Play action with Nix. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 4. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
On first down, here's Burrow. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it sets up 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown, and he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job, and this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Burrow from the gun. Has it downfield, working the left. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On target to his man Higgins. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Catch made by All. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To throw again, it's Burrow. Completes it to his running back, Zach Moss. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Has it in close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Brown will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Burrow. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Nix off the play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They're running the option, short side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Nix with it on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, a second quarter lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 3. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. Burrow. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get the pick, at least make sure a catch isn't made. That's the job of every defender out there, and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. You just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy, and if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Here's Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. And it's the Bengals looking at 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He tucks it and takes off. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Burrow setting to throw. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he gets this forward to the 19. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. And that one's unsuccessful.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Burrow to the air now. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Butker knocks it through. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points, not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos get the football, not a lot of time left in the half. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they gotta hurry. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Second and 3 now. From the 29. Finds Mims. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Play action with Nix. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 38. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
On third down, here's Nix. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're going play action. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Complete. It's Ingram. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And the Broncos will have a first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Nix looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll throw again. Nix. Left side now, caught by Sutton. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Throwing now, off play action. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Denver. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give left side to Brown. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll run again with Brown. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Riley Moss with that tackle. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that makes it 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another carry for him. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Nix from the gun. Stays in the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Second and 3 now. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds his man Chase. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Burrow setting up the play action. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw again, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Burrow. This throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Motioning Chase left. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Burrow setting to throw. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Play action now. Burrow. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals make it 17 all. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the fourth quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and long.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Punting unit out now. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. No return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Going with Brown on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Taken in by Chase, left side. And this one does not go far. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Burrow back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Second and 6 coming up here. Throwing is Burrow. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Denver ready for another offensive possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Back-to-back carries here. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Back to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate, right? When you make a stop like that on 1st down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos in range for a game-winning score. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. McLaughlin is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos have taken the lead late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. Setting up to pass. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Here he is to throw. Higgins makes the catch. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. From the red zone now. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And they pull it off. A touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try. He's throwing for it. And down he goes. They get to him for a sack, and that may just save them this game. They remain up by 1. Well, we, of course, have the benefit of hindsight up here, but risking the game on a 2-point play, not looking preferable at this moment to just taking the point after in time.
This is why the coaches get paid what they get paid. If you make it, you're brilliant, you're brave, you're a risk taker. But if you fail, you're reckless and careless. I'll say this too, Kate. Now you're going to have to talk to your defense. Because what you've just told your defense is we didn't trust this game to go to overtime. We wanted to win it with our offense, and they didn't get the job done.
Oh, the Bengals got to it and recover the football. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Broncos to a knee and let the clock run out on this win. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. This is why it's called a victory formation. He takes a knee, and the seconds tick away towards a win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building, it's a win at home for the Broncos. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.